Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, it's 11:11. We need to push this screen up a bit. Maybe not that far. It's 11:11. I do not know. It's like I do not have a clue on what kind of story is going to come out today, which is, it feels a bit strange. I'm kind of like, I'm not sure what the cards are going to say today. So I have some decks on the table. I've got the Channel of Love cards. I've got the Psychic Tarot, which don't include the character cards, the court cards. Ooh, this sunshine likes my table lately, doesn't it? Okay. So I've pulled out the Channel of Love cards, which have the major arcanas and all the court cards, and then it has the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups that's snuck in there as well. Okay, so I feel we're just going to do a free flow reading. We can use the Channel of Love cards first. I've also got the Rider-Waite Tarot and the Tarot of Sexual Magic here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using those. It's Monday. It's Monday. Okay. The weather's undecided. Whether it will rain, whether it will be sunny. Is that the energy today? Undecided. We've got tradition. The Hierophant's on the scene. Let's get this coaster. The Hierophant. It's like I'm straightening things out. The Hierophant would straighten things out. Get everything in order. Tradition. Okay. So I feel with tradition that there's a set of, I don't want to call them rules. There's a process. Steps to follow. Mrs. Do as you are told. So, there are steps to follow. Tradition. Want to do it the traditional way? By whose tradition? Mr. Dependable. So there's very much a divine masculine energy coming in here, who wants to do things traditionally, and the divine feminine, it's like, you need to do as you are told. Would you like to stop there and just pull some Psychic Tarot so we can find out a bit more about this? Puppy love. Ooh. So puppy love takes me to this masculine feeling, romantic. It's like he's soppy in love. Tradition, Mrs. Do as you are told, Mr. Dependable. So, okay, the song that came through was, anytime you need a friend, I will be here. So this puppy love here is, well, it's making me feel as if it's kind of allowed the divine masculine to fall in love, to feel this love. Mr. Dependable, you can depend on him. Puppy love. We'll find out some more. And they call it puppy love. Tradition, Mrs. Do as you are told, Mr. Dependable. Firm foundations, okay. This is with the tradition. There's a masculine on here. He's like looking, it feels like follow my lead. So you are to follow the divine masculine's lead. Dog, puppy love. Follow the puppy, follow the dog. Okay, follow the love. Interesting. The Four of Pentacles, building firm foundations, but this masculine, he's regaining his strength. Tradition. The only way is up, baby. Okay, for you and me now. It's a bit of a Yaz attack going on. Tradition, firm foundations. Let's get one more, just for this traditional card. Spiritual union. So there's definitely follow my lead, but I feel it's really like telepathically. We picked up on this energy yesterday. So it's like the pair of you putting your heads together, especially as, you know, we're not really showing hair. We're showing more the scalp. I want to say the scalp. Putting your heads together. So let's have a look at Mrs. Do As You're Told. So it's very much the masculine energy talking to the feminine. Emotional loss. So this is about a stage in the process of union. Is your actual heads and heart connecting together. Puppy love. Mrs. Do As You Are Told. So it's very much feeling the love, sending the love, but also feeling it, feeling the reverberation. The divine masculine in this case is very much enjoying being in love. Okay. And then you have the 1111 card, the Four of Wands. Mrs. Do As You Are Told. Is it something to do with your home, divine feminine? Mr. Dependable. So I actually feel as if whatever it is that you're doing within the home, you can most definitely depend on this masculine to guide you, assist you. He has direction. This could be regarding actually relocating. It feels very much as if the next steps are all within the divine masculine's hands, and it's like you're not to resist. He has this energy that's vibrating in his heart. He's feeling very strong and grounded. He knows which direction to go in. If you can see here, there's a mountain in front of him. So I don't feel as if he wants to make any mountains out of molehills. Okay, so let's have a look at this Mr. Dependable. I'm sure that's a heart chakra. Okay. So you need to open your heart, divine feminine, when it comes to your home life. I want to say, and also if you're resisting change. So it's like if you have plans, you have to be open for all those plans to be changed by the divine masculine. Solitude. So you have been alone, which can actually cause you to block off your heart. So make sure that heart's reverberating. Love. Be open and receptive to what's coming. How can I show you this? This is coming from his heart to yours. If you can follow the rainbow. It's like you need to be an open book. Because there is a, which makes you open-minded, open-hearted, an open book. You need to be open for that next chapter to be scripted for you. Very interesting. The bottom of the deck, to go with this puppy love, is emotional withdrawal. So I'm feeling as if the divine masculine does not want you to withdraw. It's like he's praying. I do very much feel like he's there with you, or you're there with him. He can feel you. Should we use the cards we have on the table? Let's do it. So he's strong and he's standing his ground. This feels very much as if he wants to protect you as well, divine feminine. It's like he's lord of the land. Okay. Two cards stuck together. Oh. So I feel with the standing his ground, he has ideas of his own that he wants to follow. And it's kind of like he's asking, will you follow him on these ideas? Queen of Cups. There's a fear on the masculine side here of actually approaching you with new ideas. And it feels very much as if you kind of take over and say, well, this was my plan. Well, what's his plan? There's this energy of the divine feminines, not always like thinking that they're the wisest, but, you know, their decisions are maybe in the past felt like they were better. They were the best options. But this masculine's really strong. And he wants to take a leadership role. And I feel like he's scared to actually approach you about it. It could be that you close the book up on him. It's very much, this masculine needs to be allowed to stand within his power. Okay. Let's have a look at Mrs. Do As You Are Told with the emotional loss, with the foundations and achievements. So it feels very much as if he's, what his heart desires, he's a bit afraid that you're not going to, I don't want to say do as you're told, but it does say Mrs. Do As You Are Told. It feels very much as if he knows that this might not be appealing to you. So it's like an appeal he's making. Temperance. There's definitely an angel assisting both of you. If you can do as you are told by this angel, you will get clarification by the angel. It will feel, I actually feel like you will take it on board very much and like follow through with it. Because it feels very much as if the divine masculine has the Hierophant with him and you have temperance with you, which is giving and receiving. Not giving and taking, giving and receiving. And it looks like if you kind of give in to wanting to have control on the direction of your life, the legacy's offered. I feel that this is something energetically that you need to do, and I picked up on your home, something to do with your home. So I don't know whether or not that would be you moving or actually them moving in. It's like whichever one you kind of go, I don't want that. I think that's the one that could occur, the one that you're not too over keen on. Who lives with who, maybe. So it feels very much like, can you just have a look at that option? And if you can have a look at that option like now, and think about putting your heads and hearts together with your divine masculine, it feels like it will be delivered in the physical. That's with Mrs. Do As You Are Told, with emotional loss, foundations and achievements. So now we have Mr. Dependable, which means you can depend on him. He's the King of Pentacles. It feels like his heart's open. It looks like starting a fresh page. And it could be the divine feminine here, you're handing over the book. And that's going to take a lot of trust and faith in the divine, within your divine masculine, but mostly you knowing that you do trust your divine masculine. Okay. And I feel this tradition's coming in is because, not that's the way it should be, but every man desires to take care of his feminine. So we have the emotional loss card again. Things are not good. What he's looking at, things are not good. And if he turns round and has a look at the Two of Cups, it's like if he's going to leave those 3 cups, he's got his coat on, cloak. He's got to have some kind of plan going around in his mind. It's a bit shaky. He thinks it's a really good idea. These messages have been delivered to him, from him to you, via divine. There's no people here. So you might be able to pick up on his sorrow. But these messages, the idea of this makes the divine masculine feel happy. So he has been sent some happy thoughts, some happy ideas. With the Sun card here, this is a rebirth. And this is coming out with solitude. And it's like he's so much more vibrant. And it's like divine feminine, your energy isn't. Because you've been in solitude. So it's like someone's come to brighten up your day. Will you allow them? Definitely an energy being transmuted here from yuckiness to happiness. From yuckiness to happiness. Do we play with the tarot of sexual magic? We most definitely can do. We can do whatever. The Six of Chalices is about returning, okay? And here's the visualisation here, that the divine feminine. Look at the socks hanging on the tree. Oh dear. This feels very much about the nervousness, the idea, and the thought of living together, of actually being in each other's company. Will he leave his socks lying around everywhere? You can get quite used to living on your own, but at some point in this connection, there's going to be the idea and the thought of living together. It's a true love divine connection. That's the outcome. So as the outcome approaches, you start thinking about your approach. King of Swords. Okay, something about privacy. Could be here because there's an older person here. Just interesting. It's like, I feel it's a divine masculine with the divine feminine. Getting up to things that they get up to. But it's like, how much privacy do you have? Could people walk past your windows? Or do you live with someone? You may live with a parent. You have a parent living with you. You may be living with your parents. So, this kind of energy. King of Swords, so he's thinking about privacy. Feels very much about where would you get the most privacy. And then we have the feminine. Interesting, because I'm feeling... Yeah, I was going to say I'm feeling you're not meant to stop him. This is a ball here, okay? This is like should we say a ball in a china shop? I don't know. I'm not sure if you'll be relocating like abroad, China or somewhere like that. But this masculine's ready. The ball in a china shop as well. If you took a ball into a china shop, it's going to break everything. Yeah, so it's like starting afresh, starting new. And the feminine here, she's jumping on board. I was like, no, you mustn't stop him. And it's like, oh, she's not stopping him. She's jumping on board. So he feels very stubborn, actually. It's like he's dug his feet into the ground, okay? He's a bit unbudgeable with this. So it's very much you need to follow the direction of the divine masculine. The energy feels very much about when you're on the, when you're awake, okay, and you're like, oh, I know what I want to do. That's my passion. No one's ever going to take me away from this. I'm not going to, this is my idea. I'm stuck to it like glue, which is really good. Like that gets you through a big part of it. But what happens when it comes to compromise and you have differences of opinions or ideas? So it's very much, it feels very much the Divine Feminine releasing that surrender. You know what path you're on. You know, as a Divine Feminine, you're here to encourage and to help your Divine Masculine to grow and expand. So it's kind of like, well, you kind of knew that you would be like in the background doing as you were told, as long as it was directed towards expansion. Not just of yourself, but of your divine counterpart. So, I feel very much as if very Romeo Juliet coming on here. Yeah, it's like this will mean the world to him, not to come up against like a mountain, a barrier. It feels like he was going to try and attempt to like he had a backup plan to try and woo you, tempt you around, but it feels very much like there's just this surrender. There's not even a fight from the Divine Feminine. And it kind of means so much for him. That's the Five of Pentacles going through the transition. Okay. So Divine Feminine, you've been on your own for a long time being a stubborn mule. Okay. Following your direction. What happens when it comes to following your Divine Masculine's direction? Okay. Very interesting reading. Bottom of the decks. He's trying to find his balance out this infinity symbol. It's like he's not stupid. He's a lot calmer than what you realise. Okay, he does know what he's doing. He's got a hang of it now. And I feel he's got a hang of actually receiving messages. As in what his next direction is. Okay, Six of Wands. He's feeling worthy. He's working. He's definitely the worker in this picture. And there's the seductive Divine Feminine. Okay. It feels very much as if as long as you're by my side, that's kind of the only job that you need to fulfill, is to always be by the Divine Masculine side energetically. And it feels very much as if physically soon. Okay. Puppy love. Belly's rumbling. I was thinking about puppies. Any dogs really. They're always so pleased when their master comes home. That energy, guys, yeah. He can't wait to get home to see you. You can't wait for him to get home to greet him. Very nice energy. Let's have a look at the Sacred Destiny cards. The Power is underneath. I've got the power. It's like snap. So have I. Who's going to surrender? I'm feeling this energy of the Divine Feminine saying, yes, but I don't want to be giving up what I love doing. And you're never to give up what you love doing. The fact is, all the time you actually focus on what you love doing, you're emitting love. The Divine Masculine wants you to do what you love to do. Okay, but he doesn't want you to worry about how that generates an income. That's them. It's more about he loves your ideas, the fact that you are doing what you're loving. It inspires you, which then inspires him. It's the knock-on effect. So it's not about you giving up any. Your Divine Masculine would never request or ask you to give up anything that you love doing. And your soul won't allow you to anyway. This is about compromise. You have inner peace. Lily pond. Simply sitting next to a lily pond, watching the dragonflies soar overhead and looking at the luminous lily pads floating gently on the water, while their translucent flowers open their petals to the heavens, can fill one with a sense of profound and everlasting peace. Lilies grow in many countries and have been given a wide range of meanings. However, one enduring image of the lily is the notion that out of the darkness and mud arises a thing of immense beauty and grace. No matter how much darkness there has been in your life, you can rise into enlightenment and profound tranquility. So I'm feeling very much as if, Divine Feminines, are you in this darkness? Okay. However, one enduring image of the lily is the notion that out of the darkness and mud arises a thing of immense beauty and grace, and that would be describing the Divine Feminine's attributes. Beauty, grace. No matter how much darkness there has been in your life, you can rise into enlightenment and profound tranquility. Let's make no mountains out of molehills. Okay. The sacred landscape wants you to know. Inner peace is your birthright. Tranquility occurs when you realise that your life is unfolding according to divine planning. Serenity isn't something you have to work for or search for. It already exists within you. To find this inner peace, simplify your life. Spend time in nature and listen to the message of your soul. True peace transcends fear and connects you intimately to the Creator. Breathe deeply and fully, knowing that all is well. Very interesting message. It speaks about the home here. Simplify your life. I felt that was to do with the home. Whether that's you have been I feel both of you have been simplifying your lives, preparing for each other. Not really knowing which direction it was going in. The Divine Masculine knows the direction. He's received the messages from Divine. I feel the Masculine's been spending time in nature and listening to the messages of his soul. Let's get another message from him. Going forward. That's what's on the mind. How do we go forward from here? It feels very much now the heart and the minds are connected. What's next? Grassy hills. Grasses are one of the most abundant families of plants on earth. From the earliest days of human history, grasses have played an important role in life. We eat grasses, oat, barley, and wheat are kinds of grass. We have thatched our roofs with it, fed our animals with it, walked on it, had picnics on it, and made love on it. Its matrix of roots prevents erosion, and its lush, rapid growth produces volumes of oxygen. Grasses are one of the world's most significant food sources. Grass in past times has symbolised growth, productiveness, prosperity, new ideas, and fulfilment. The Secret Landscape wants you to know. When you receive this card, fertility, productivity, love, health, abundance, and fulfilment are ahead for you. Things are growing and expanding in your life. Keep going forward. Sometimes it may be easy to be distracted by what's occurring around you, but this card indicates that it is important to not let anything hold you back from increasing the bounty in your life. Step up and know that your needs will be taken care of. Your life is escalating and intensifying in the best possible way and for the highest good. Okay, I'm actually feeling, oh it's nice, happiness is next. I'm actually feeling happiness. I'm actually feeling that message was for the Divine Masculine. Okay. Let's get a Heal Yourself card. I'm not sure why, but I'm very drawn to pull one. How are we doing for time? It's 11:41. Feels like I've been on for an extremely long time. I feel like time is slowing down, which means you're going to get more done. Or you're going to process more. Alchemy. Especially as we have the Temperance card that showed its face, which, well, alchemy. It's about bringing in this, the opportunity, the offer. It is the legacy, but it's the offering of it. So it feels very much as if you need to be prepared. Inner peace, which then will project outer peace in your world. So alchemy. It's like bringing this this offering. There's an offering. The path you are on is about to go through a very powerful transformation. Nothing is how it seems. You have an opportunity to take a big leap in your level of consciousness. It is extremely important that you focus on letting go of any negativity and beliefs that no longer serve you. You have access to the energy of alchemy, which can transform the most challenging experiences into incredible gifts and miracles. Meditate and take action on your highest goals and dreams. They are on their way to coming true. Let go of your expectations. What is about to appear can surpass anything you have dreamed of. The most important part is that you are prepared and ready to receive. The energy around you is very potent at the moment, so make sure that you are using this time as productively as possible. So there's definitely this telepathy. And both coming from this heart space. It's like from my heart to yours. So the energy around you is very potent at the moment. So make sure that you are using this time productively as possible. Give yourself time for prayer, gratitude and celebration. So there's a lot of communicating going on in today's energy. And you are to allow it. You need to give it the time. It's like time slowed down. So it's like you can process more. But I feel like you're processing more together. So the action. Rub your hands together. They are a bit chilly. Vigorously for 40 seconds. And then place your hands a few centimetres apart. Visualise a golden ball of light. Focus your intention on what you would like to create. And place this intention into the golden light. Then move your hands towards your heart. Feel your heart expand and grow full. Ask your higher self to guide you towards your deepest expansion and evolution. Okay. Wow. We are going to end on a Rumi again. Okay. Okay, Rumi. Let's get a final message for today's reading. And there it is. It's going to be a short reading today, guys. 35 minutes exactly. Arise. Card number 13. Well, that's the death. That's the death of it. Okay. That's the death of that expectation. It's the number of death, 13, so we're transforming here. Arise. It does look like a feminine. Wings of hope languish from lack of use. And you've been in solitude for quite a while. Okay? It's time for you to be awoken. You to be awoken now. So wings of hope languish from lack of use. When wings dissipate and weaken, life begins to lose its value. Every cell in your body is created to rise to challenges. Your life is meant to confront everything that holds you captive. Don't sit at the bottom of the well, not caring about salvation. Listen to the voice within calling to you. Reach for eminence beyond your own maturity. And for that's your divine masculine. I dance before you in sacred spectacle, hoping to garner your attention. Look at me, I cry to your ailing spirit and despondent flesh. Look at me. If you were to look up, you would see that I am a mirror of your own being, your light, your heart, your spirit, your all. Yes, there is pain. Yes, there is a letting go taking place, and you are frightened and uncertain sometimes. But you make this mean something that it does not. It means that you are to turn your head away from what is dying. Do this gently but firmly. Turn your head towards what is living. Look at me. I will show you truth, and you shall laugh your deepest belly laughter with so much glee, sharing in my secret that the only force at work in your life is unconditionally loving divinity. I felt that was a masculine actually talking to the divine feminine. It's like, can you hear me? Can you see me? Look, I'm here. It's like, okay. And he can feel that you're in this darker energy of solitude. He's in the light. It's like, where is she? And it feels like he's been there. Like the dark night of, I was going to say the dark divine masculine. The dark divine masculine has risen, but the feminine, it's like you're going through what, of course, you too shall rise again. It's like you're going through that very dark place that the masculines resided in. It's kind of really, for me, apparent that will come. You would have to suffer the solitude, the loneliness, as in just being comfortable within the dark and being lonely and disconnecting. It's like he's like, come on, I'm out of there. Get out of there. But it's like he knows what it felt like to be there because he's been there. So it's no different than the divine feminines. But we were more the uplifters to start with, the ones who were always positive, always kind of encouraging the masculine. And now it's his turn to tell you what to do. Okay, so are you listening? I see in you a divine wild child and sacred heart. You are gumption, chapow, guts. You dare to love where others only see pain. So I feel like this whole message here is to you from the divine masculine, saying to you, what are you doing? Come on, you have guts. You've got passion. Gumption. What are you doing, girl? You dare to love where others only see pain. You dare to believe that everything will somehow work out where others see only where to judge, where they judge to be wrong. Does this make sense? It doesn't say that. Okay. It's a really strong energy coming through from the divine masculine, as if to say, come on, pick yourself up, it's time to arise. So I see in you a divine wild child and sacred heart. You have gumption, chapow and guts. You dare to love where others only see pain. You dare to believe that everything will somehow work out where others see only what they judge to be wrong. You see love where others ply fear. You seek freedom where the world still buys into manipulation and propaganda. Don't lose heart, beloved wild child. Dare to believe. You are right to do so. It is the divine rebel in you that refuses to surrender hope. Give up the fight, perhaps, the battle that comes from a place of fear, but never give up your hope. That hope in your heart, that optimism and patience for growth into love, creates a light within you that helps the world to see through darkness. It becomes a candle that shimmers contentedly upon the windowsill of your heart temple. There it is, more obvious even in darkness. So I'm feeling as if you've gone kind of into a dark night, your masculine is kind of like, he's concerned. Okay, you can see your light more because it's like you're vibrating a little bit like lower. It's like he's vibrating a lot higher than you now because he's out. And as he comes out, it's like you've gone in. So it becomes a candle that shimmers contentedly upon the windowsill of your heart temple. There it is, more obvious even in darkness. The stars do appear to shine brighter at night, beloved, but don't become consumed by your nightmares. They will pass with the coming dawn, you'll see. Don't give them too much stock. Instead, put your attention towards that defiant candle of hope that burns, as is its nature and purpose within you. Can you sense its warmth, even in the presence of cold fear? It shall warm you now. And if not, then I come to remind you, you are a blazing angel. You are filled with holy fire, and you shall prevail. Oh, the joy of you, the expanse of you. You fill my own heart with your magnificent essence. I see and know the great beloved in you. There the great beloved is, looking out at me from behind your eyes. I see the candlelight of your heart temple flicker within your gaze. That is what the candle of hope honours, the workings of the great beloved, so creative and crazed with love for you that all circumstances of your life, down to the tiniest detail, are evoked out of love. Love out of passionate desire takes you from despair into hope, from holding on to letting go, from turning away to opening up. So the great beloved takes you across the moonlit ocean into the temple of the cosmic heart. Here, an eternal flame burns bright with hope, igniting the light within the hearts of all of humanity. You're being asked to trust, to gently lay to rest the suffering that has been, perhaps because of what you have labelled as failure, the doubt, the losses and setbacks. They are so little in the greater scheme of you. Put them aside, allow them to rot and become fertiliser for life, but do not try to keep them alive beyond their earthly expiry date, lest you become tainted or poisoned by the rot. Let them go, and instead focus on what is alive now. Can you sense that before you is a big being of light, a greater pathway opening up? This is truth, blazing angel, this is truth. Take the step. So easy is it when the light of the heart is felt within, reminding you of your own divine nature. The world is here for you to experience so that you may realise divinity in its majesty, mystery and love, more so than ever. All serves that sacred purpose, so embrace it. Find your faith, be at peace, know that no matter what appears to be, all is well. You are so loved, it cannot even begin to be translated sufficiently into words, but it can be transmitted from my heart to yours, just as the sun catches dried tinder and sets it aflame. This oracle comes with a message for you. Arise. You have been downtrodden for long enough now. Perhaps you have been feeling defeated, put upon, underestimated, or walked over in mind, body, or spirit by others or your own doubts and fears. Enough now. You are liberated through the hope in your heart, the defiant optimism that buoys your spirit and demands that you shall have your dawn. You shall rise like the sun and begin anew now. Step up. It is your time. Let's do this sacred honour ritual. Stand up and turn behind you. Say aloud, with gratitude and deep soul daring, I choose to say thank you and goodbye to my past. What has been and is no longer to be. I am at peace with this, for what has been is nothing more than fertiliser for life to flourish now. With complete forgiveness and acceptance, I allow this letting go to happen. With all of my heart, I ask for unconditional love to assist me in this sacred surrender now. Turn now to face forward. Say aloud, I invite in life, I invite in love, I invite in what is required for my own spiritual success and thriving divinity. Through unconditional love and divine mercy, through the guiding spirit of my soul brother Rumi, may this now be so. Then place one hand on your heart and say aloud, in this present moment life thrives. It is within this thriving grace that I choose to place my consciousness now. I am an angel ablaze. I trust in the benevolent divinity guiding my way. Place both hands in prayer, and when you are ready, simply bow your head for a moment, and you have finished your honouring ritual. And I feel that that is all the Divine Masculine's asking of you. It's the bottom of the deck. Is please perform that sacred honouring ritual. Okay. Do you want me to read it again? We can. Won't do any harm, will it? Most definitely won't. Let's do this then, guys. Stand up and turn behind you. Say aloud, with gratitude and deep soul daring, I choose to say thank you and goodbye to my past. What has been and is no longer to be. I am at peace with this, for what has been is nothing more than fertiliser for life to flourish now. With complete forgiveness and acceptance, I allow this letting go to happen. With all of my heart, I ask for unconditional love to assist me in this sacred surrender now. Now turn to face forward. Say aloud, I invite in life, I invite in love, I invite in what is required for my own spiritual success and thriving divinity. Through unconditional love and divine mercy, through the guiding spirit of my soul brother Rumi, may this now be so. Then place one hand on your heart and say aloud, in this present moment life thrives. It is within this thriving grace that I choose to place my consciousness now. I am an angel ablaze. I trust in the benevolent divinity guiding my way. Place both hands in prayer, and when you are ready, simply bow your head for a moment. You've finished your honouring ritual. And I have finished today's reading. Have yourself a fantastic Monday, and I will catch up with you soon. Okay, take care. Much love. Bye for now.